welcome back to another Storytime with Mandy. I thought that I would, in celebration of our kind of new hours, we're open till 8 p.m. on Wednesdays now, which with the way that, you know, it's very dark in winter, feels almost like the middle of the night. 8 p.m. feels like the middle of the night to me. And since this first Wednesday that we're open till 8, I thought that I would read you 2 stories about never sleeping ever. Who doesn't love to talk about never getting a good night's rest? So we are going to read Grumpy Monkey Up All Night, which is the sequel to Grumpy Monkey, which is one of my favorite Storytime books, and Arlo, the Lion Who Couldn't Sleep. So let us get started, but first we'll sing our welcome song, and it goes like this. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Okay, here we go. All right, Grumpy Monkey Up All Night by Suzanne Lang. Here we go. Early in the evening, just about supper time, Norman heard a whole lot of whooping and hollering next door. Doesn't sound good, like a good amount of energy for supper time. What's the ruckus? Norman asked his neighbor, Jim Pansy. I'm so excited, Jim exclaimed. I'm going to a sleepover at my parents' house. Who doesn't get excited for a sleepover? My whole family will be there. Mom, Dad, and my big sisters, Anne and Nan. Who's that? Asked Norman. Oh yeah, my little brother Tim, grumbled Jim. But never mind, it'll still be fun. Sleepovers are a good time, Norman agreed. His whole family. And the little one, you can see Grumpy Monkey looks grumpy. The little one's the little brother, Tim. Tim Pansy. Jim talked about all the great things he would do. First we'll go termite fishing. Next we'll tell scary stories. Then we'll have a midnight feast and wash it down with some jungle punch. Looks like they have a lot of wonderful things planned. I wouldn't drink punch too close to bedtime, said Norman. Bedtime? Exclaimed Jim. I'm sorry. No one sleeps at a sleepover. We're gonna stay up all night. Sounds like fun, said Norman. You mind if I tag along? Uh-oh. All those chimpanzees and a gorilla up all night long? I don't know about that. A little later, they arrived at the tree where Jim's parents lived. It's my little grumpy monkey, Jim's mom cried as she gave him a hug. I'm so happy to see you. Mom, moaned Jim, I'm not little and I'm not a monkey. I'm an ape. There's a difference. Jim's mom smiled and ruffled his fur. But you sure are grumpy, she said. No, I'm not, Jim scowled. I like your mom, said Norman. No fair. You didn't say we could bring a friend, said a voice coming down the perch. Who's that? Asked Norman. Tim, exclaimed Jim's family. I thought you said he was your little brother, said Norman. I had a growth spurt, said Tim. Tim's pretty big now. This is Tim. That's Grumpy Monkey. One day you wake up and your siblings are just taller than you. How does that happen? What should we do first? Asked Jim's mom. Everyone answered at once. Termite fishing, pick fleas off each other, bob for mangoes. I know, said Tim. Measure each other to see who's tallest. Who do you think is tallest? Tim's pretty big, but Jim brought someone bigger. Maybe our guest should choose, suggested Jim's dad, turning to Norman. It's a tough decision, said Norman. It all sounds like fun. Don't worry, said Anne. There'll be plenty of time to do everything because we're going to stay up all night, cheered Jim and his siblings. I don't know, said Jim's mom. Staying up all night can make for some very grumpy monkeys. If you ever stayed up all night, the next day is rough. And the games began. Termite fishing, flea picking, all in a row, eating fleas, like apes do. Bobbing for mangoes. Look how many Norman has in his mouth. A lot. Scary stories. Obligatory at every sleepover. It was a dark and stormy night, said Jim. Tim trembled. Your brother's scared, said Jim's mom. Why not tell a happy story instead? Midnight feast. Hey, you have to share the jungle punch. But you didn't share the bananas. It's getting pretty late. I think this is going to be me about 8 p.m. tonight. A little cranky, right? Kind of losing it a little. It's almost bedtime. Stay up all night. It's really dark, said Tim, looking around. Because it's night, snapped Jim. Are you grumpy? Asked Tim. No, said Jim. Just then they heard a noise. Rah! Thunder, shouted Tim, and his eyes went wide. Oh, now it's dark and stormy. It's dark and stormy, and they just told a bunch of scary tales, so it's gonna be a rough night. Don't worry, said Jim, it's just Norman snoring. Oh, it's not a thunderstorm. He does lots of funny snores. Sometimes it sounds like rah, 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 and sometimes it sounds like Tim laughed. Other times, it's like ha-wee, Jim and Tim laughed and laughed all night long. And you can see Norman here's fast asleep, snoring away. He's getting a good night's sleep, unlike some of these other monkeys, or apes rather, I'm sorry. As the sun came up, Tim fell asleep. Good idea, little brother, said Jim as he tucked Tim in and lay down. But just as he was about to close his eyes, Good morning, my monkeys, sang Jim's mom. Mom, shouted Jim. We're not monkeys, we're apes. I prefer gorilla, but yeah, ape works, said Norman. Oh, Jim, I told you staying up all night would make you grumpy, said Jim's mom, fluffing his hair. I'm not. What do you think he's going to say on the next page? You'll always be my grumpy monkey, whispered Jim's mom. He didn't even get a chance to say he's not grumpy because he fell asleep. And that is Grumpy Monkey up all night. Clearly staying up all night was not a bad idea. Was a bad idea, but hopefully he can get some rest the next day. All right, let's get to our next tale. Okay, our next book is called Arlo, the Lion Who Couldn't Sleep. So I guess the difference between this book and this book is that the monkey is choosing to stay up all night long. That's his choice. The lion can't help it, based on the title. So let's find out why this lion, Arlo, can't sleep. Arlo was a very tired lion. He had tried everything, but he could not sleep. Been there. Maybe you have too. The grass was too prickly and the earth was too hard. The trees were too noisy, but the desert was too quiet. The sun was too hot, but the night was too cold. His family was warm, but they wriggled too much. Got a little princess in the pea situation here. Nothing is quite right. Everybody knows that lions need a lot of sleep, and Arlo was exhausted. Poor guy. What do you think we can do to help him? Will I ever sleep again? Arlo sighed. But Arlo wasn't the only one who was awake. Who's awake in the nighttime? Can you think of anyone? Of course you will, said a voice from above. I sleep through the day when it's bright, noisy, and hot. Shall I tell you how? And the owl began to sing. Oh, owls. Owls are up at night. Think about the places where you'd like to be, the things that you'd do there and what you might see. Relax your whole body. Slow your breathing right down. Imagine you're sinking into the soft ground. As you fall into calmness so comfortable and deep, your mind will rest and you'll drift off to sleep. It's a very sweet song to sing. Arlo stretched, wriggled, and tried to relax while Owl sang her song once more. So Owl is trying to help Lion go to sleep. It's a sweet song. Arlo thought of the places he would like to go and see. He imagined bounding up mountains, wading in rivers, and climbing enormous trees. Then Arlo imagined he might need a rest, so he pictured himself cuddled up with his cozy, snoring family. And before he knew it, he was sleeping too. Oh, well, that worked. Arlo woke up feeling the sun on his coat. He had been asleep for hours and felt happy, fresh, and full of energy. He couldn't wait to tell Owl. Who doesn't feel great after like a solid night's sleep after being awake for too long? Little Owl, roared Arlo. I slept, hooray! Well done, came a tired voice from above. But now you've woken me up. Remember, Owl sleeps during the daytime and stays awake at night, so Arlo waking him in the daytime to tell him he slept is probably not the best idea. I'm sorry, said Arlo. Shall I sing your song to you? Owl nodded her tired head, and Arlo began to sing. And while he sang, Owl thought of the places she would like to go and see. She imagined flying over waters, soaring high and fast, and gliding through wild forests. Before she knew it, Owl felt starlight on her feathers. She had slept through the day and felt wonderful and rested. Hooray! Owl and Arlo cheered. We're pleased you've slept, but now you've woken us all up, the grumpy lion pride grumbled together. Sorry, said Arlo, but we know what to do, hooted Owl, and Arlo and Owl sang together. All that singing woke everyone up now. Think about the places where you'd like to be, the things that you do there and what you might see. Relax your whole body and slow your breathing right down. Imagine you're sinking into the soft ground. As you fall into calmness so comfortable and deep, your mind will rest and you'll drift off to sleep. And before long, everyone was asleep, including Arlo. Everyone, that is, except Owl. Owl stays awake in the night, who spread her wings and flew silently into the long, quiet night. The end. That's the story of Arlo, the lion who couldn't sleep. All right, my friends, like I said, we have new hours this week. We're still open. We're still closed Mondays, but we'll be open till 8 p.m. on Wednesdays now. 10 to 5 on Thursdays, 10 to 6 Friday, 10 to 2 Saturday, 10 to 2 Sunday, and also 10 to 5 on Tuesdays. So please give us a call, set up an appointment to come browse some books. We've got a lot more appointment slots now that we're open a lot more hours, and we will see you soon. All right, bye, my friends.